computer, right? You have, your fridge, your refrigerator is a little computer. So you have computers everywhere, right? The little access router that, $30, $40 Tiger Direct access router that you have at your home has an embedded Linux inside it or something, right? So even that has bugs, right? Somebody can access it very easily, right? So the problem is in software development. So how do you fix that? So what are the areas? What should you do? What are the threats? What are the countermeasures, right? How does that plug? How does that fit into the overall SDLC methodology, right? So starting from requirements, right? You start with requirements, analysis, right? You do that, you do design, right? So it starts from all that, and of course goes into testing, right? And how you operationalize the system. And even once you're have operationalized the system, how do you keep it up to date, right? How do you do all these things? That's part of SDLC security. Secure development, methodology, malicious code, all those things. Any questions? Okay. Business continuity planning and disaster recovery. So, Hurricane Irene, right? She's coming in. So, you know what they're doing in the US? East Coast, what are they doing? It's the East Coast, right? So, New York, 400,000 people are being evacuated, I guess, right? This is expected to make landfall maybe today or tomorrow or something, right? On the East Coast, and it's going to, smack bang into New York, and you have, so all these evacuations, 65 million people is projected, they are going to get impacted by this. What happens to all our IT systems? How do we keep all our, so you have all these essential services, right? You have the subway system, right? You have to keep that going. What about the airports, right? The flight control systems, the radars, what do you think they work on? You have SCADA systems, right? Supervisory control and data acquisition systems. These are all IT systems, right? These are all networks. These are all IT networks. How do you keep them up, right? How do you keep them going, right? Right? So for example, right, well, I work for a utility, so our SCADA systems take care of all the lights that you see here, right? The power, right? This is from our company, right? So it keeps the power up, right? It's an IT system that's controlling all the switch gear, the electrical switch gear out in the field, right? So how do you keep that secure? And how do you keep that secure if, let's say, for example, we have frequent winters, right? We have winter storms all the time. How do you keep them up, right? Absolutely, warm sites, cold sites, hot sites, you do all that, right? That's part of your business continuity planning. That's your disaster recovery policies, right? Your strategies, right? What is your RTO, recovery time objective? How quickly should you recover? For us, the RTO is 4 hours, right? Within 4 hours, we have to recover our systems. 4 hours, that's it. For critical systems, it's 4 hours, right? So it's not, that's a time to resolution, right? Right? So these things, right? So how do you do that, right? It's not just incident. So a disaster is a massively scaled up incident. So how do you manage that, right? So this is what BCP-DR is all about. Questions? Cryptography, right? So what is cryptography? Encryption, decryption. Do you use that? Where?
I work on a single sign product.
Okay.
So we encrypt the data stored in database, and when we retrieve the data, we decrypt the data using SH algorithm. And we also patterned algorithm also, like this developed by UFT, one of the lecturer.
Okay.
So they have pattern also.
For single sign-on and encryption, basically. Okay. So that's good. But on a daily basis, yes, absolutely, right? So Wi-Fi routers. So wireless LAN, you do use the whole wireless LAN 802.11 standard, right? So A, B, G, I, N, all these wireless standards. Today they have an entire encryption stack, right? So you have to, how they exchange the keys, right? How the keys are generated, session keys are maintained, what is the length, the strength of the keys, right? All of that is part of cryptography, right? Right? When you go to any SSL site, right? SSL, certificate-based site, that you're doing that, right? What are you doing? You are not only encrypting it, right? What does that affect? What does encryption affect? What are you trying to do when you are encrypting something? You don't want somebody else to see that information. That's what encryption is all about. From a security perspective, right? I should have talked about this a little back. The framework of security is what we call CIA, triad. CIA, confidentiality, integrity, availability, right? This is the 3 fundamentals. There's nothing else in security. Everything else is just, right? If you understand CIA, confidentiality, integrity, availability, you have understood security. That's the fundamental framework of security, right? Encryption is only To maintain what? Confidentiality of the information. Correct? Access control. Passwords are to do what? So that nobody else can get in. To maintain what? Confidentiality and integrity. Nobody else should get in and change your Word file or whatever, right? That's integrity, your banking information, right? Availability. Business continuity planning. Keep the system available. Whenever you want it, the system is there, right? So that you can access it, get the information from it. That's availability, right? Security is nothing other than CIA. If you understand CIA, you have understood security, fundamentally. You just it's just an application again and again and again. Whether it's CISA, CISSP, everything. Okay, so these are, PKI, public key infrastructure, the certificate-based stuff, right? So PKCS standards 1 to 11. So you have all of that. AES, Advanced Encryption Standard, Triple DES, right? Again, another encryption standard, Blowfish, SSL, IPsec, VPNs, MD5, hashing algorithms, SHA-1, right? So you will have to go into some details about all these things, and they will ask you about these things in the exam, right? So what will you use? So what does IPsec use? What does wireless LAN use? Right? So if you are using specific version of,
Open protocol and WEP and
Correct.
WEP
WPA, WEP, yes.
is
Correct. But see, then they will ask you questions like, so for example, when you,
small router has a bundle of options.
right, but see, that the thing is this, right, that small router, right, implements a lot of these things. You may think it's small, but it actually is implementing a lot of stuff. It's cheap, yes, it's consumer electronics, but it is implementing a lot of these algorithms, right, a lot of these standards. So wired equivalent privacy, WEP, has been superseded. It's been broken lots of times, right? It's a 40-bit key, it's been broken, right? WPA2, now it's WPA2, right? So how does the key exchange work? WPA2 is also a stack of algorithms. It's not one, it's multiple stuff. If you just go inside, you will see multiple stuff, right?
It has
So,
an index allow you to distribute up to 40 using index and some other choices.
correct. So you have to know about all of these things, right? So that's what will be covered under encryption, right? Under cryptography. Security governance and risk management. Okay. So what is this? Right? You do all of these things, right? You define. See, you need to have an organization that is responsible for security, right? You need to have. See, in an organization, it starts with a policy document, right? It's a security policy. You have to define a security policy. Once you define a security policy, then based on that, you can define procedures, processes. You can make the whole organization work based on that, right? So you have roles in the organization, right? You might have heard of Chief Privacy Officer, Chief Security Officer, right? The CISO, right? So all of these things are established based on, and those things are covered under security governance and risk management, right? Ultimately, what is information security? What is information security from an organizational perspective? What is it? Are we contributing, as security professionals, what are you contributing towards? Are you making money for the company? IT is all anyways not making any money. We are all cost centers, right? Correct? You don't go out and sell stuff. You don't make anything. What do? Right? Just keep your pencil pushers, right? Or keyboard pushers. So what do? Right?
Please keep the company and not lose money, right?
Not help the company.
Not to lose money.
What does that mean?
By security breach.
Absolutely. What does that mean? That's losing money is what? It's a risk.
Oh yeah.
You have a risk.
Prevention.
Risk prevention, right? It's risk management. Information security is nothing but risk management. Completely. Nothing else, right? Somebody says, so how does an organization decide we need to implement information security? We need to create a security office. How do we do that? Why should we do that? The first question. Oh, because Citibank got hacked. Oh, they lost so many things. They had to pay so many millions of dollars. Okay. Alright, TD decides we need to do something about it. What do? Go hire a CSO. Get a chief security officer, give him the money, give him the budget, throw some money at it, and fix the problem. Right? It's risk management. Nothing else. Right? Simple. Right? So it starts with what? Ultimately, TRA, threat risk assessment. Right? Simple. So what do? Okay, these are the threats, these are the risks, these are the assets that I have, right? These are the things that I need to protect, right? This is a good conference room, right? It's got some bunch of computers inside it. What kind of locks should I put on this? Should I put biometrics or should I just have keys, normal keys? Or should I don't even need locks here? That's my TRA. What's the asset value inside this place? Right? Do I need to put up a CCTV?